So for 22 years, I was the chief strategist at my own company. And the company that I owned, we built houses. And so to build houses, you have to have strategy. You have to have planning, you have to have drawings, you have to have authorizations. And so it makes me an authority about what I'm about to speak about. And that is the immigration problem that we have in Canada. And the problem is created by the government because the housing market in Canada is a big Ponzi scheme, right? It's what person will pay you more than what you paid for your property. And that's the whole system. You see, what they did back in the 50s and 60s is they said they wanted women's empowerment. So what they did was they split up the family unit, and the women now were able to buy houses just like the men were. And so now you had double incomes that couldn't provide for one family. So now the immigrants are brought here, and you notice the headlines are saying that now the immigrants can bring their family, immediate family, and their grandparents here. Why do you think that is? Well, it's because people can't afford the houses that are in Canada, so you need more people to afford the houses that are available. And you see, when you have the immigrants that are coming in from India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Africa, these people live in big community family units. And these big family units have more than one breadwinner in them. And that's exactly what the Canadian government wants. They want to keep the inflation, they want to keep the price of houses high. And the only way to do that is by having more people work towards the same goal. That's why in Canada now we have 30-year mortgages. That's why in the United States they've always had 30-year mortgages. And if you can't pay your mortgage payment, don't worry, they'll tack it on at the end. Why do you think that is? The reason being is they want you in debt for as long as possible. Because when you're in debt, you will take on that public service job. You will do the menial tasks that are required of you in order to be able to be part of the Ponzi scheme. You see, a lot of people come to North America and they come here for a dream, but they don't realize that when they do come here for the dream and they become indebted in the system, they can't go back home. One of the reasons they can't go back home is because of shame. You see, people from the third world spend a lot of money to come here. Their whole village sold a cow, sold a tractor, sold their shoes, sold carpets for that one person to get an airline ticket to come here to Canada. And those people that come here because they want to go back home, because there's nothing here for them, but they can't because of shame. And through shame and indebtedness, they live the life that they live here in Canada. So if you are thinking about coming to Canada for a better life, do not come. There is no life here for you. They only want you here so that they will perpetuate the only industry that's left in North America, and that is the finance sector. You see, the finance sector, whether it's called the fire sector, and that's finance, insurance, and real estate, that is the only sector left. Whew, it's a mouthful. It's a lot to digest. And I hope that if you want to learn more about this subject, you follow me. Place a comment, repost these videos, because I want people from the third world to realize that they don't want you here for a better life. They want you here so they can perpetuate the high prices of the housing market that we have. Nobody should live in $1 million mansion when the crime rate is high. Nobody should live in a $1 million home when they can't afford groceries. There you have it.